What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. It's time. It is time to stop making YouTube videos. I've thought about it a lot, and it's just getting to be too much. I don't know how to fully explain where I'm at, especially since I just did like a whole slew of videos, pretty much all of December. And I can't even make it to the end of the month. It's just, yeah, okay, I can't keep this up. I can't keep it up. I've never been good at lying. There's a reason why I'm not an actress. I can't do it. I can't just fake it. If I don't believe it, I can't. It's not able. No, I'm not quitting. JK, all the lulz. Happy New Year. I don't know. But it is a topic that I'm going to talk about today because it's one that I actually get asked fairly regularly. I would say 1 to 2 times every month or so, I get asked. And I think it's because the fountain pen community, while awesome and getting larger for sure, it's also still a small niche community. And a lot of people who put out reviews kind of come and go. And those who have been around for some time either aren't making content as much or, like just changing or whatever. And so I get asked like, hey, like, are you going to quit? Especially because sometimes I'll take a week off here or there. Are you going to quit? Like, what would it take for you to stop making videos? And I thought that was a really interesting concept and one that I've kind of touched on a little bit here and there before, but it's not one that I've really kind of like delved into too much because I don't like to get super negative. So I'm going to take this one on a different spin. And that's sort of like what would be my parameters sort of to make me stop posting videos forever. I've been doing this since 2016, posting pretty regularly on YouTube. So it's been many, many years now. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, especially with December. I've been having a blast, like coming up with like random stuff to talk about every Monday through Friday. So I definitely don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. But there are a few things, a few deal breakers that if they were to happen, especially more than one at a time, then yes, I would make the decision to stop posting content. Potentially here and Instagram, I don't know. But a big one that would be probably the primary catalyst for me stopping altogether is if this ever stopped being fun. If I ever started to view it as work and not as something that I get to do, but rather something that I have to do, then yes, I would stop. Occasionally, there have been times where I have created content, even though I don't necessarily want to do it in the moment. But I still want to get that content out and I still want to talk about whatever it is that I have in my hand. Like, let's just say it was like the Twisby or something. I don't know. Then I'm like, okay, well, I got to get this out. So sometimes I do and have made videos where I haven't totally been feeling it while I've made it. It's super rare that happens. But for the most part, when I create a video, I actually want to sit there and talk to you guys. Sometimes I don't necessarily do it because I feel like I look gross, so I'll do it on another day or something. But for the vast, vast majority of the time, I'm fully enjoying this process. And I think something that would happen that would maybe make me stop enjoying this process is if people such as yourself were to stop engaging with this content. So if people were to stop watching it, if people were to stop commenting, stop subscribing, stop checking me out on Instagram, all this kind of stuff. Especially like those of you who support me on Patreon, like holy cow. Bless you, because you are a big reason why I'm able to continue doing this because, dang. But if people were to stop engaging altogether, then there'd be no point. Because yes, I enjoy making these videos, and yes, I love making this content, but if at the end of the day, if nobody's watching and getting any value out of this content, then what would be the point of making it? So I feel like if that were to happen, then it would make it not be fun, and then I would stop doing it. It's kind of a domino effect. If people did still engage, but they were all mean and gross and trolls about it, then potentially that could also then start the dominoes. There are always going to be negative comments that aren't necessarily constructive feedback, but like just straight out negative. To be fair, I get most of the negativity through direct messages rather than like just posted on the comments. I don't know why, it just seems to be the way for me. But if that were to become the primary source of engagement, then yeah, it means that nobody good's watching my stuff anymore. It's not fun anymore. And then I stop making content. I would say right now it's probably like 1 to 3% of the people that watch my stuff. And to be fair, most of the people that leave like comments that are on the nastier side, they don't even watch the whole video. They'll watch like the first 30 seconds maybe, spew out some hatred, and then carry on with their day. So I don't really take it to heart, you know what I mean? But if that were to become the vast majority of my engagement, then yeah, I would stop that for sure. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So yeah. For the most part, those would be like the primary ones. And I think the only other two things that I thought about is if I stopped getting any value out of these videos. Because while I want you guys to get a ton of value out of them, I also have to get some value out of making them, which comes from all of the other things that I just spoke about. So having a community to engage in, having good, communication with you all that is positive and uplifting, and even when it is constructive feedback, it's something that is actually workable. It's not just hatred. It's not just vitriol. The 2022 has been 2020, and I guess almost every year seems to get worse and worse for like the crud going down. But if I stop getting any value out of this, then I would probably stop as well. And then really the last thing would be if I completely run out of ideas. It's incredibly difficult to come up with content to put out on a regularly scheduled basis. I put out content every Monday and Friday, the occasional Tuesday, and then like Sunday wrap-ups, which aren't necessarily like it's usual content, but engagement in that kind of comes and goes, which I've stopped doing Sunday wrap-ups for the month of December just because I am doing Monday to Friday videos, and it takes a fair amount of time. I love coffee. But there's just a lot of ideas. So if I don't have pens, and I'm so grateful, and I'm so privileged, and I'm so lucky that I do have a lot of companies now reaching out to me and sending me product for review. If I didn't have that, which even still, I would say, guys, is only about a quarter of the content that I put out is stuff that's sent to me. But if I didn't have that, I really don't know what I would do, because I run out of ideas. I just do. Like coming out with, I guess it's 2, 4, so 8 to 10 videos a month. That's a lot of ideas. So if you don't have content, like stuff sent to you or whatever, or the stuff that I buy with my own money, what am I gonna do? So coming up with ideas, that's a big one. And so far I've been pretty lucky. A lot of the ideas, to be fair, come from you guys. Like everyone who watches my videos, who does, support me on Patreon, half of the things that I put out now are ideas that you guys come up with. So thank you for that. Because yeah, it's hard to come up with ideas. So if I were to ever stop being able to come up with any idea, or just felt like I was redoing the same thing over and 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 over, then I would probably stop. And those were all the things that I wrote down. And as I was chatting with you guys, I came up with one more. And that is, if this were to ever get in the way of the stuff that I need to do. Because let's face it, this is not my career. This is not, sustainable for me to do, to make a living. I would have to make almost 11 times more than I make off of YouTube per month, which is not possible for me to actually make a living off of this channel. So if this were to ever get in the way of actually making money so that I can live, which so far it hasn't, and I don't see it getting there, but you never know. If it were to get in the way of family, friends, my gym time now, gotta get swole. No, I don't. But if this were to get in the way of me living my actual life, and I say actual life as if this is something different, I mean, it's not in the sense of like I'm not putting on anything, but it's just an aspect of life. But if it were to stop me from doing the things that I actually need to do, like if a family member asked me to like drive them to the airport and I'm like, nah fam, I gotta go make a YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to put out this content. This is bonus. I get to put out this content. So if it were to ever start to take over like that, then potentially I could see myself stopping making these videos. But to be fair, if life gets like super, super crazy, like I just usually don't put out content for a week. If that's the case, which I've done before. And you guys, bless your souls, because you're so cute and lovely and amazing, usually reach out to me after a few days and you're like, hey, where'd you go? ? I miss you. Like what I did in November. Although I did give you guys heads up on that one. I purposefully dipped for like about almost 2 weeks, I think, to help take care of my dad after surgery. He's doing great, by the way. But then you knew that December was coming and I was just going to flood your inboxes with me. So, you getting sick of me yet? I don't know. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that would make me quit. There's a lot of things that would make me stop. Obviously, I cannot continue to invest in this channel if I'm not getting things out of it. I do not make a profit off of this channel. I lose money every month, and I know that boggles some people's minds because yes, I am sent product to review, but like I said, that's only about a quarter of what I do. Most of the stuff I review, I buy with my own money. And yes, I do make money off of advertisements from these videos, but it is not anywhere near the amount that I actually spend on producing content for this channel. And again, I'm not saying this just because I want to say it multiple times. That is why the people who do support me on Patreon mean so much, because they continue to invest in this channel. They invest in me, which I can then return back the favor. So there's a chance that one day I may run out of ideas because I can't buy new stuff anymore. But who knows? That is not this day. And I will try and get creative so that doesn't happen. But there are, like I said, many, many reasons why I would stop posting on this channel. But I don't see any of those reasons happening anytime soon. So have no fear. You can fully hit that subscribe button knowing that you will see content every Monday and Friday and the occasional Tuesday once we're outside of December, by the way, because December, we all know, is Monday through Friday. So do hit the like button if you like this video. Drop a comment down below of videos that you would like to see in the future so that I don't run out of ideas. And as always, link to the Patreon and Instagram is in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. Just kidding, that's the beginning. It is time for our Patreon crew shout out. This was filmed as of December 1st, so if you don't see your name, don't fret. I will update it as soon as I possibly can. My two ultimate humans, Daniel Rodney and Comp Dave, and all my VIPs, Susan, McCall Bennett Lawrence, Karen Epstein, Gretchen Peters, Carol Lowry, Michael Simon, Subi1 Kenobi, Catherine Molina, Waylay Chang, Brian Law, Bill Pemberton, Lucas Bell, Robert Myers, Marissa Calvo, Eric Lineman, Stephen Baldwin, DigitalTent.tech, Bobby A. Bailey, Bass, Joan Worthman, Luna Wolf Games, Aaron C., and Glenn Kelly. You guys make it super possible for me to keep making these videos. No matter what tier you're in, I thank you for supporting me on Patreon, especially those of you who've been with me since the beginning. You mean more to me than you could possibly ever know. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.